Finish what you start. Finish what you start. Have you ever started something and it seemed like you could never get around to finishing it? Whatever it is, a project, a particular thing that you're trying to accomplish. Not sure what it may be, but if you've ever been in that place before, it stays with you until you finish what you start. Well, good morning, everybody. How is everybody on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. It's time for Morning Manna. Want to greet a couple of people this morning, get right into the word on this morning. How are you, Carolyn? How is everything? Did you treat your sister well on her birthday? What did you guys do? I hope you did. Good morning, Brenda. How are you on this morning? Are you continuing to celebrate your birthday? How old now? 21? Yeah, I think that's it. About 21. Good morning. Uh, Let me see. Let me see. Now, Verena, how are you on this morning? Let me catch up here. Good morning, Coach Dagny. Okay, whatever. All right. I'll take that. Coach Dagny, good morning. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Angela. How are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Good morning, Gloria. How are you all on this morning? Good morning, Sharon. How are you on this morning? All is well with me. I hope it's well with you. Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Gloria. How are you guys on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. It's time for Morning Manna. And this morning, I'm continuing in this whole flow of divine order. This whole flow of divine order. I want you to flip over and look at Philippians 1 and 6. It's a familiar passage of scripture. I want you to read it again for the very first time as if you've never read it before, because we're going to look at it through the lens of divine order. We're going to look at it through the lens of divine order. And I'm going to give you the text to talk takeaway. Please share the manna. Do it right now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Let's do it right now. Good morning, Janine. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Tally Tally, my East Coast crew in the house. Now, you know I got to shout out the East Coast crew in the house. Most definitely. Most definitely. Good morning, Erica. How are you on this morning? Let's get right into the word. Let's get right into the word on this morning. As I said, we've been talking about, I started this message, this whole series at New Life. I hope you tap in and watch about divine order, divine order. Finish start line. Then I talked about Jeremiah and me. Stop your crying. This morning we've been flowing and finish what you start. Finish what you start. The text is Philippians 1 6. Here is the B portion of that text. It says this: started, He who had started or began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. He who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. Have you ever started a project, whether it's at work, at home, I don't know, cleaning out the closet, cleaning out the garage, whatever, cutting the grass, and it seems as if you can't get it to completion? Well, I'm working on a book, and sometimes I take a book writing retreat, and I'm trying to finish what I start. I'm under contract to do so, so I will do it. But the bottom line is, we all come to places in which we don't finish what we start. Well, when we're dealing with the divine order of God, He finishes what He starts. And this is how. First thing is this: don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. How many of you remember that when maybe you were a kid? I don't know, might even been when you were an adult, and say, hey, don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. Keep your hands to yourself, keep your hands on the side, because if you start something, it's going to be something up in here. Well, that's what God says. God says, look, don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. That's what He's saying to the church at Philippi, Paul's first church that he plants. He gets the story of this out of Acts 16. And he's saying this to them: hey, God has begun a good work in you. The second thing is this: it was completed at the start. It was completed at the start. Why? because Isaiah tells us that he knows the end from the beginning. In the mind of God, in the mind of God, you'll completed work through Jesus Christ. In the mind of God, he says to humanity, look, you stumbled and fell in the Garden of Eden. I made a way in my mind, in the mind of God. He had already formulated the end from the beginning. It was completed before it was ever started. So here's the third thing that I want you to grab a hold of. He can't start he can't finish, rather. He can't finish unless you start it. He can't finish what you won't start. In other words, God never takes our free will. And though he has a plan for your life, though he has already laid it out, though he's ready to bring you to completion, and in his mind, he's already seen you to the end. Unless you start, he can't finish it. This is just a trail of the message that I'm going to preach Sunday. So what's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: God is at work, but he can't work until you start, and he's going to work it out. Let me say that again. God is at work, but he can't work unless you start, and then he's going to work it out. You know that old song. Jesus can work it out, but you got to start. Hey, the Lord be with you today. His face shine upon you, give you peace. Share this, man. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. And share the manna. Don't be greedy. God bless you. Bye now.